up, YouTube family? Caroline coming in live to you from a beautiful sunny day in my new home, San Diego. I hope this video finds you healthy and happy and thriving. I just got out of my Pilates jump board class, which if you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've been taking Pilates jump board on a weekly basis, and much to my shock and amazement, it's been really healing for my body and my foot. And I was just so excited at the end of class and so filled with positive energy and gratitude for my healing journey and all of the progress that I've made, that I literally raced home on my bicycle to jump on this live call and just film something for you, because I want to share this very personal journey with you and share with you my healing progress, because I hope that it serves you in your own journey, whether you're working through a challenge right now and not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or if you're dealing with chronic pain that doesn't seem like it'll ever end. I hope that this live video can give you some sort of hope and light that change happens, change does occur, and you can heal from chronic pain. You can experience positive change in your life if you just stay positive, keep going, and don't give up. So I wanted to run home and film this video with you to share with you 4 things that have been very elemental in my own healing journey. And the reason I'm standing here today, seriously about to cry tears of gratitude and share with you these things that have been so fundamental in me making it to what I would consider, pretty much the other side of this injury that doctors said would be permanent, that would never ever heal. I really want to share with you those top 4 things that I feel truly have been fundamental in my own personal healing journey and have allowed me to make it to this other side, because I do see it a lot in my clients that injury can become chronic and become something that they deal with for years and years and years, and not just deal with physically but mentally as well. It weighs so heavily on your spirit and your emotional and mental health, and I don't want that to be the case for you. Whether you're dealing with an injury or you're dealing with something else that's challenging in your life, I really want to encourage you to keep your spirits up and share with you my journey, so that maybe it can give you hope or some insight into different things that you might be able to implement into your life to experience positive progress. So yeah, can you tell I'm excited? Because honestly, I just did a Pilates jump board class barefoot. And if you know anything about a sesamoid injury, barefoot is like the thing you just should never ever do, ever. So a little bit of background on my story. 3 years ago, I had never had pain in my feet. I'd always had really healthy feet. I was an active dancer and fitness instructor. And 3 years ago, I was foam rolling my foot on a lacrosse ball, felt something nervy and weird, rolled it really hard, thought nothing of it, and 2 days later, I couldn't walk. And I was blindsided. I had no idea what the heck happened to my foot. I'd never had pain in my foot before, and all of a sudden, I'm like, shoot, I literally can't put shoes on. I can't walk around in San Francisco. I can't do my job. It was a complete just rug under my feet. I was at a loss. I didn't know what to do. And the first year of my sesamoid injury, 1 whole year, I bounced around from doctors who didn't know how to help me, physical therapists who were giving me the wrong exercises. Like, it was a mess. I went to all these different professionals who had good intentions, but they just didn't know how to heal, how to help people heal from sesamoid injuries, how to prescribe proper treatment, and how to help me make positive progress. So I spent a year, 1 whole year, just bouncing around. And I can't even begin to tell you how frustrating that was. Just because, you're injured, you're in pain, you want to get back out there. I couldn't do my job. My physical job in San Francisco, I could not do. And I spent 1 year spending a ton of money on all these doctors who just didn't know. And that's very frustrating. So that was the first year. Come the second year, I finally started to find the doctors who could speak my language, who understood the sesamoid injury and were able to properly prescribe treatment and orthotics and the right physical therapy. So I finally, in year 2, I found the right doctors and the right physical therapists. So that was a big breakthrough. And then I started to get a little bit of pain relief. But I was still in this state where pretty much all of the doctors and all the MRIs said, okay, you know what, this sesamoid injury is kind of a done deal. You have it forever. You're never going to be able to do long extended walks again, or walks. I mean, we're not even talking about running and jumping, just walking, or wear different shoes. Like it was a very hard note to my heart to get that kind of a diagnosis, to have people say, yep, you know what, this is kind of permanent and here you go. And granted, I was seeing pain relief, but that's because I was staying within my limitations. I wasn't doing any like walking. I really wasn't doing anything impact, all flat-footed exercises in custom orthotics, really modifying all my exercises, which is actually why, thank goodness for my foot, because now we have the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program and a lot of the videos on this channel. So it's actually great that I got injured, because there's been so many positive things that came out of that time of waiting and like going to a million doctors. Then because I was bored, and so I made chair cardio and I made Hurt Foot floor bar, you know, because I wanted a way to use my injury positively, and I wanted something to do during that time to keep my spirits up and to keep me engaged in my work. And so yeah, I created a lot of videos on this channel. So that's pretty cool. So I share that with you because there are always, you know, silver linings. So that was year number 2. And I would say year number 2, I started to really feel a lot of pain relief just by working with the right doctors and physical therapists. That's also around the time that I created my Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program. And I was dumping all of this information that I was learning and finding useful into this course. Because I figured if I was finding it beneficial, somebody else would. So I just kind of was taking all of my knowledge and putting it into the coaching program, because I hoped that what I was going through would help serve somebody else. So year 2 was when I started the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program. I was taking all of this information that I'd learned about healing from a sesamoid injury or healing from foot injuries and dumping it in there. So that was year number 2. And year number 3, which I'm in right now, I think the biggest change for me, and I'll share the 4 top things in just a second, but was really moving to San Diego. And this is gonna sound crazy, but I was in San Francisco for 10 years and I loved San Francisco for business. It's great for business. It's a very thriving bubble of a city. There's a lot of things going on, and I loved my work there, but I hated living there. I didn't like living in the fog. There's a lot of things that the city has that are very hard on you, physically, emotionally, mentally. And I was really unhappy living there. I loved my friends, I loved my work, but I myself was not happy. So I had to really get the courage to just say, you know what, Caroline, I know you love your work and I know you love your community, but you know what? You are not happy and you have to leave. You have to leave the city. And I knew I wanted to always move somewhere sunny and warm that was safe and people were friendly and nice. Not that they aren't in SF, but it's just a different energy. And I've always wanted to move to San Diego. So I finally said, you know what, Caroline, life is too short. You need to just go. And I didn't have a safe job. I just decided I'm going because I can't live here anymore. It's killing my spirit and it's hurting my heart. So I moved to San Diego, and I love San Diego. I mean, you can't really not like San Diego. People are lovely. The energy is very positive. It's a very healthy, healing place. And honestly, just taking that big leap of faith and moving and making myself happier, that has been very healing. So that's been my story so far. And now in San Diego for almost a little over half a year, I've been really experiencing a ton of physical progress and healing. And I do think there's 4 elemental things that have been just like huge in me getting to this other side and really making this transition. And honestly, I still can't believe it, knock on wood, because doctors told me to my face that it was forever, you know? And so the fact that I'm walking barefoot and doing jump board barefoot on heavy springs and able to do calf raises is to me just like a miracle from God, the universe, you name it. I am just like, thank you, Jesus, flower. I don't know, just thank you. Like I I'm so grateful. And I can't believe this. So I share that story with you so that you know a little bit of where I've gone, and where I'm going. But here are 4 things that I feel truly have been fundamental in me healing from a sesamoid injury that they said was permanent. One, the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program. It took me 1 year, you guys, to find doctors who actually knew what to do. And this is, I love people in medicine. I think they didn't, it's not that they didn't mean well, they just didn't know. So they kind of gave me the wrong information. And so once I found doctors and professionals that did know, that did better understand this specific injury and foot injuries in general, and were able to really help me, that information was fundamental. So I put all of that into the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program, which, for those of you that don't know, it is a comprehensive lifestyle program that addresses not just fitness, but mental and emotional wellness for total healing. And it really is designed for people who are dealing with lower leg injuries, but we do have people who are dealing with different mobility challenges and disabilities in that program as well. It continues to grow, so I continue to put information, resources, and videos into that course, which it's a one-time membership fee, which is kind of silly because I should have made it a subscription based, but I just like to give things away for free apparently. So anyways, it's a great program, and I really believe in it, and I have used the information to heal myself. So especially the mental and emotional stuff. And that's what people miss. They just do workouts to keep themselves in good shape, but they don't address the mind that you need to have in order to stay strong over it's a long time to heal from something. You got to keep your mind right, and you got to keep your spirit right. So you really need to have the right resources and support to fuel those parts of yourself and to constantly feed it, because it's an endurance game, this healing thing. It is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You got to have the constant training, mental, physical, and spiritual, to keep yourself going. It can't just be like, oh, I just do these workouts to stay in shape. You really have to feed yourself and keep your mind right. Because if your mind is, just starting to get really negative, because you know what, it's hard. Healing is hard work, and it's painful, and it's frustrating, and it's scary, and it's all these feelings. And if your mind starts getting negative and you lose your ability to stay positive or to stay uplifted, then it's going to make that healing process really long or arduous, or maybe you'll never get there at all. So the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program really gives members the mental and emotional and spiritual support to keep their game up, so they can have the energy and the strength it takes to run that marathon of healing. So I credit the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program truly for my own success, and I continue to build to that, so that's pretty cool. Second fundamental thing is really following a good diet. Nutrition is so key. And it's not to say that I didn't have a good diet before, but I was your average, San Francisco, I'm just gonna eat on the run all over the place. Kind of eating was an afterthought. It wasn't something that I intentionally put time and energy into. And I was always eating clean, but I never really better understood exactly what to eat for my body and my unique needs. And also I have an autoimmune condition, so I didn't know how to eat properly for that. And I actually didn't really get diagnosed until a year ago. So, really, and that's just me being totally transparent, I just didn't know there's certain things that are not good for my specific body. So working with a nutritionist and really continuing to evolve that side of myself. I also put a lot of the information that I've gathered in my own journey into my, it's a funny name, are you ready? Into my Hurt Foot Healing Diet. Yes, I wrote it all down because other people have benefited from it. So I figured, I should put it in one place so other people can use it if it might help them in their own healing journey, because nutrition is key. And I think a lot of athletes, and I know I did this myself, I so worried that I would get out of shape because I wasn't exercising as intensely as I was prior to the injury. And so you don't know how to eat properly for your healing goals. And you worry about getting out of shape or squishy or whatever. And you really have to eat well. You cannot ignore nutrition. It is fundamental into your healing. So nutrition is number 2. So the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program and the Hurt Foot Fitness healing diet has been really, truly fundamental in my own healing. And then number 3, I would say, is the right support. And I say the right support because everybody's different. And like you heard in my story, like I went through a whole year of spending money on doctors that were not the right support, of spending money on physical therapists that were not the right support, of coaches, like you have to try a lot of things. That's just kind of how it goes. Unfortunately, there's no like magic answer to finding the people who are going to be the right support for you. I hope that I can be a support for you and helping you have the resources or the encouragement or the positive energy that you need to conquer whatever hard challenges you face. But you really do have to just look around and do some shopping. And I'm really grateful for those doctors and people who've been fundamental in my healing. Dr. Arlene Hoffman in San Francisco, she is just the best podiatrist I've ever met in my life. Sean McBride, physical therapist in San Francisco. In San Diego, I'm now working with Evercore Physical Therapy. They're fabulous. Mark is just incredible. And actually, we're filming some content together, so you'll be seeing him on this channel. And then Sam, I don't know her last name because she's never introduced herself with her last name, but she is a Pilates instructor in San Diego who I trust. And because I trusted her, I've been able to do things that I was terrified of doing with my body and be able to make progress. Like I can't even tell you guys, when I moved to San Diego, I was so scared of like walking barefoot, doing things with my feet, even though, my feet weren't in pain. I didn't want them to be in pain. So I was honestly like had anxiety about walking around barefoot, like all of the things that injury's traumatic, and you don't realize how traumatic it is until you're trying to get back out there and you can't because you're scared. And I was scared, and in fact I am still scared, and that's probably why many of you have asked, like, will you start running again? I don't really know, because like the thought of running freaks me out, because I don't want my foot to ever, like, my foot is healing, but I don't ever want it to not be healing. And so I don't know if I will. I just hope to be able to go hiking and wear cool shoes. Like that would be awesome. They don't need to be like stilettos, but like cool shoes would be awesome. So those are kind of my recovery goals. But yeah, if I had the opportunity to find a coach that I really trusted and get back out there safely, like I would love to sample running again, but I don't need it. I just need to be healthy and active and fit. And but anyway, so having the right support has been number 3 for me, and finding those people who really understand how to help me with my body and give me the right exercises and protocols to make progress. So I encourage you, if you've not found people who you trust, you have to find people you trust. And you have to find people whose energy match yours and who you really can lean on in this healing process. So the right support is really everything. And if you're in San Diego, come to Pilates Jump Board with me, meet Sam. She's just freaking fabulous. And number 4, and this has really come into play now, is positive self-talk. Positive self-talk. And I share this with you because injury gets so hard mentally. And it is not, again, it's not a short process, it's a very long process. So the longer it goes, the harder and harder it is to stay mentally positive and to keep your head right. And you really need to continue to fuel yourself with things that are going to help you make progress. So for me, especially now that I'm getting back out there with barefoot exercise, it's really encouraging myself mentally through my positive self-talk. Like, it's okay, Caroline, you can do this. It's okay, try it. Like, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Just little tiny self-statements that have really been fueling me and helping me trust my body again. Because I swear to God, the first time I took jump board, I I almost had like a mini panic attack because I was so scared that if I did something barefoot that I would have a huge flare up and I wouldn't be able to walk for a week, and I was terrified. And then the win of being able to do that and not have any pain gave my brain this idea of like, hey, you know what? You're going to be okay. You can do this. What else should we try? And so then I started to think, Caroline, you got to get your head right. If your head is in this place of, oh no, I'm going to get hurt again. I'm so scared. All these things, like it's keeping you in this really negative cycle, and you're never going to heal with that attitude or that mindset. And I'm glad, Heidi, I'm glad it helps you too, because I didn't realize how after 3 years of injury, my brain was like having a really hard time staying positive. And I think this channel and the Hurt Foot coaching program has really been, huge for me in staying positive and really keeping my energy up over this long, arduous 3-year journey. But, it's a daily practice. Positive self-talk is a daily practice. Life is hard. It's going to throw you challenges all the time that make it really tough to keep your mental game in the right place. And, it's almost like doing reps at the gym. You have to keep practicing those positive thoughts to yourself that you can do it and you can overcome hard things and, accept your challenges and see them as it is and encourage yourself to keep going. So positive self-talk has been huge for me. So team, those are the 4 things that I really believe have allowed me to do jump board barefoot on heavy springs fast, like with good form. That's it. It's the Hurt Foot Fitness coaching program. It's all of those mental and physical and emotional resources. That's number 1. Number 2 is following the right diet, whether it's the Hurt Foot healing diet or finding a nutritionist who can really help you customize your nutrition to meet your body's needs. Especially if, you're dealing with, aren't we all dealing with like some sort of weird thing and we need quality nutrition to help us not have a weird thing. So the healing diet is number 2. Number 3 is the right support and finding the right support. Oh, and thank you. I believe I'll run again too. Maybe not a mile, but like maybe across the block would be really nice. So thank you for that. But yes, just the right support. And again, you guys, let me know how I can be a support for you. I am here for you. And I want you to know that I think of you 24/7. Like, what can I create for my YouTube community that's going to enable them to have the support they need to live the lives they love and to stay positive and to keep going? So please let me know in the comments below, like how I can support you and what you need from me and how I can be there for you. So yeah, the right support, and I'm here for you. So just, that I'm in your camp and I hope to support you in whatever. And positive self-talk, really keeping my head right. You gotta have your head right. It is so mental. Healing is a lot of it is mental. And I'm in the stage now of my own healing journey of really addressing the health of my mind and letting go of the past trauma of injury on both my spirit and my mindset, and enabling myself to really get back out there, and trust my body again. And remember that, this whole journey has been on purpose, that, had I not, what guys, I'm like, again, I tell this to my Hurt Foot coaching program all the time. I'm like, you guys, I know injury is hard, but like, look, my injury brought us this program. Or like, my injury brought us chair cardio on this channel. Like, it's actually a great thing. And I just want you to know that whether you're dealing with an injury or a really hard challenge in your life, that something beautiful can come out of it. If you continue to stay strong mentally, physically, and emotionally, you can find silver linings, lots of blessings. Like, there can be beautiful things that can come out of every hard thing you face. So I just want you to have hope and really feel encouraged and know that you got to keep going, and that life just throws you challenges to give you opportunities to grow into this stronger, more vibrant, more powerful version of yourself. So look at your challenges not as struggles, but as really these great blessings that can bring so much more purpose and meaning and richness to your life. And continue to have that mindset, and please don't give up. I know how hard it can be to deal with negativity or to deal with physical pain or to deal with losing something that you love, but life is too short to sit and dwell in your struggles. You've got to continue to find gratitude in every day and continue to bring joy into your life. No matter what you're dealing with, just keep bringing joy into your life. Find the things you love. Surround yourself with the right support. And again, if you're trying to heal, get the negative people out of your life. Like if you have negative voices in your life that are telling you can't do things or always giving you your limitations, like get away from it. You've got to surround yourself with environments, people, information, and things that help you stay strong and stay positive in the journey. So this is a really long live call, but as you can tell, my heart is just so filled with gratitude for everything I've been through. And it makes it so much more meaningful now to jump barefoot than it ever would have been before. So you guys, truly from the bottom of my heart, like it can happen and it can happen for you. And I want you to stay strong and stay positive and just remember that I'm here for you and that you can do hard things. So let me know in the comments below how I can support you. And of course, if you want to join me live on Instagram, I'm live there every single Monday night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So you can tune in to my Instagram, and my Instagram handle is in the description box below. So tune in there and we can talk more there as well. And I've got a whole bunch of new downloadable workout videos on my website. So for those of you that don't always want to stream on YouTube, you live somewhere where you can't use wireless, check out my website. I have a whole section of just videos where you can download the ones that you want and take them with you to exotic locations. I don't really know. So definitely check that out. And again, I'm sending so much love and so much joy to you. Have a great weekend. And if you're in San Diego, let me know and we will meet up and share some jump board or some sunshine or some beach time. Sending you lots of love and I'll see you soon. Bye.